policy makers, EdTech entrepreneurs, teachers, as well as parents. Now, for us here in Uganda, the EdTech Monday program that is implemented by the Innovation Village and airs at the end of every single month here at NTV. The program entails rich conversations on how technology can be integrated to tackle the issues affecting our education sector. Joining me for in-depth discussion for this is Mr. Abdallah Sseruwagi, who's the EdTech Lab Lead at Innovation Village. You're most welcome, Mr. Sseruwagi.
Thank you. My name is Sseruwagi Abdallah, and I lead the EdTech Lab at the Innovation Village.
Okay, all right. So when you say tackling the issues affecting our education sector, let's first dive into depth of that. What do you mean? What are the challenges that are faced with our education sector? Because according to ministry, we seem to be on the right, path.
Yeah. So we are on the right trajectory, but nevertheless, there are many challenges that are facing our education system, our education sector. And one of them is the new curriculum has posed a challenge in terms of resources needed to implement it. It's a very good curriculum and a very good initiative from the Ministry of Education and the government. But nevertheless, there are some of the schools that are far away from the city center and need these resources to keep up with the pace of the curriculum. For example, it emphasizes group work and also research, of which such things need a good infrastructure to support them, like good internet resource for internet research, a good library equipped with books for an in-depth study in order to carry on from what the teachers given in the classroom. So it is somehow challenging, but I believe with time we'll catch up with the pace. Another challenge that I see moving out from COVID-19, many schools, private schools mostly, have been affected with the issue of finance and funding because most of these schools are struggling to pay up loans for their infrastructure. The schools are being demanded, and also you find that they are finding it hard to keep up a good pay for the teachers and facilitate proper learning in the classroom, which has led to a migration of teachers from the profession to other professionals because they need a source of income that is stable, and schools are not somehow providing that as now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, with the EdTech Mondays that we've been running here in NTV in particular, how have these platforms actually aided in providing a solution or a better pathway for the problems that you present?
First of all, EdTech Monday platform is a very good platform that convenes, first of all, EdTechpreneurs, teachers, policymakers, and also stakeholders like students from a different perspective. And the EdTech Monday show is aimed at informing the public on how they could use technology to enhance learning in classroom. And thus far, the shows that have been aired have addressed various issues from policy implementation of ICT in education, to gender gaps related with ICT education in the classroom, to how to support EdTech entrepreneurs on improving education in the country. And you find that at least from the testimonies we are getting from the EdTech entrepreneurs mostly, you find that this show has helped them to gain traction and get good insights on how to run some of the technologies they want to implement in the classroom. So in a nutshell, I believe it has helped to broaden the views of the stakeholders in the EdTech ecosystem, and also on how to implement ICT in education to solve different challenges.
Okay.
Yes.
And how has the EdTech initiative actually created an enabling environment with the Innovation Village to help these entrepreneurs move from, their ideas, make them realities, and implement the solutions to create the resilience that we want to see in the sector? Yeah,
so the Innovation Village usually runs different programs. For example, there is the Digital Economy program that provides tools and resources for entrepreneurs in ICT-focused areas. And some of those entrepreneurs are tech entrepreneurs. So the program gives them an enabling environment by providing tools, by providing them with the different resources they need to incubate their businesses, help them incubate their businesses, and make their businesses sustainable in the long run. They also help expose them to different investor networks through pitching events and workshops. And in the long run, you find that these programs kind of help build resilience and self-reliant businesses in EdTech that in the long run impact on how solutions are implemented in education.
Okay.
Yes.
With the EdTech Lab, how else is it supporting other entrepreneurs and innovators within the sector?
So the EdTech Lab is built on three main pillars or three verticals. That is empower, build, and finance. So we empower communities by holding workshop, ideation hackathons, and many other events to try to bring the ideas to life. And then we take them through build sprints or incubation programs to enable them come up with MVPs or value propositions that are solid that they could use to implement their businesses or programs without needing much support from the government or from external stakeholders. So based on that model, we run different programs. And one of the programs that is still in inception that is coming up just shortly is the STEMpreneur program, a program that is enabled at creating resilient businesses from STEM disciplines and taking them through still the three verticals of the innovation village, that is empower, build, and finance.
Okay, STEM being?
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Okay,
yes.
all right. So that's what STEM really stands for. Now, of course, we talk about entrepreneurs and innovations and solutions to the education sector. Just give us one testimonial that has actually gone through the EdTech Club.
For example, specifically through the EdTech Club, one of the testimonials is the STEM Center. So there is a business at the STEM Center called the Innovation Village STEM Center. So the STEM Center has been supported by the EdTech Club, and what it does specifically, it provides edge-cutting technology education to learners from kindergarten up to university through disciplines of robotics, 3D design, and programming. So it has enabled this business to thrive on that model through enabling its leadership to build a good value proposition that it could sell to the population, and also programs that are relevant to the learners and the stakeholders in the education system.
Okay. The other challenge that is faced with technology in the education sector is the fact that usability, affordability, and accessibility. How are you handling those particular issues when it comes to inclusivity with technology and education?
So we usually encourage all the solutions and products to be, first of all, accessible, usable, without a lot of paywalls, without a lot of barriers to internet access. So we encourage solutions that are mostly not internet-based, solutions that can be used by the last mile person, a person using a button's phone, a person using a radio, a person just watching the television. So we encourage solutions, we encourage entrepreneurs to come up with solutions that could thrive even without access to the internet.
Okay. Because
you find that most of the solutions that people have invented rely on the internet to work properly, of which you find that the reachability of internet in Uganda is not that very much in rural areas. And we are aiming at also supporting people in rural areas to have some of these solutions. So we usually encourage solutions that can be accessed without actually using internet.
Okay,
yes.
All right. Now there's a person up there who has been harboring this particular solution and they would like to join the EdTech Club. How do they get to join the lab?
Yeah, so to join the EdTech Club, for our programs that are running, first of all, we usually advertise these programs. So you could reach out on the Innovation Village page or website and try to see what programs are running, and then you could sign up your business for one of those programs.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Sseruwagi, in your closing remarks, what is the future of technology in influencing and improving Uganda's education sector?
Technology is going to play a very vital role, and is already playing a very vital role in pivoting education towards success. But still, a lot remains to be done. And we believe through the initiative the Innovation Village is taking, and its partners like the MasterCard Foundation are taking, we believe we are taking the right steps. And also looking at programs that the Ministry of ICT is rolling out, the ICT roadmap, the one that's being currently rolled out. We believe that we are heading in the right direction. And once we manage to make these two verticals come line in line, education and ICT, we'll have a harmony, we'll have proper education in Uganda.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Sseruwagi, who is the EdTech Club lead at Innovation Village. Of course, you'd remember when there was an attempt to merge technology and education back in 2020 because of COVID-19. The Minister for Education was saying, let's give out some radios to the students so that they can be able to have their classes via radio. And then some were using televisions to be able to conduct classes and have revision classes for students. However, of course, it could not be supported long-lastingly. They used the tabloids to be able to extend as much revision materials and study materials to all of Uganda, but even that did not actually have a continuous plan to it. Now, the adaptation of technology into education is something that we must embrace. It's the reality. It's not even the future. It is the now. Speaking of education,